The Tanakh testifies that the Messiah would be betrayed. First of all, he was going to be betrayed by a friend. Yea, mine own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, hath lifted up his heel against me. Judas Iscariot had fellowship with Jesus for 3 years, and not only ate with Jesus, but listened to his teachings. So they were able to eat the bread of the earth together, and he was also giving them the bread from heaven in his teachings. At the Last Supper, not Sumper. What's Sumper? I have no idea. I'm going to have to look that up. At the Last Supper, tripping over my tongue again, they ate bread together. Mark 14, 18 through 20. And as they sat and did eat, Jesus said, Verily I say unto you, one of you which eateth with me shall betray me. And they began to be sorrowful, and to say unto him one by one, Is it I? And another said, Is it I? And he answered and said unto them, It is one of the 12 that dippeth with me in the dish. Now, maybe Judas wasn't paying too much attention to that, because as we see in John 13:26, he gives another sign of who it is. Jesus answered, He it is to whom I shall give a sop, when I have dipped it. And when he had dipped the sop, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. There's no contradiction, folks. Judas asked if it was him and got a positive answer to the question. Matthew 26:25. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said. It's the same event. It's just the different witnesses are giving different details of the same event. That's all it is. So at any rate, so here we have Judas Iscariot. Now there may have been enough time at this point for Jesus to say what he said about the betrayer being the one he gave the piece of dipped bread in between while they were both dipping the bread. At any rate, here we have a friend who ate with Jesus betraying him. Luke 22:47-48, And while he yet spake, behold, a multitude, and he that was called Judas, one of the 12, went before them, and drew near unto Jesus to kiss him. But Jesus said unto him, Judas, betrayest thou the Son of Man with a kiss? In Matthew 26:50, we have Jesus calling Judas friend. And Jesus said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? We also find in the Tanakh that the Messiah would be betrayed by this friend for 30 pieces of silver. Zechariah 11:12. And I said unto them, If ye think good, give me my price, and if not, forbear. So they weighed for my price 30 pieces of silver. Matthew 26:14-15 shows us one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests and said unto them, What will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. This happened before the Last Supper. We're taking things thematically here, okay? Because as we move on, we go from a scene from before the Last Supper to a scene after the Last Supper. That 30 pieces of silver would be thrown in the house of the Lord. Good morning, brother. Okay, so we have Zechariah 11:13. And I took 30 pieces of silver and cast them to the potter in the house of the Lord. Matthew 27:3-5 is a fulfillment. Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned, and that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, What is that to us? See thou to that. And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed, and went and hanged himself. See, that 30 pieces of silver was cast back into the house of the Lord.